Hey everybody, welcome to the Ronline Report. Great guest today. Why didn't I have him on earlier? I don't know. Should have had this guy on a long time ago. But he's here today. Top IFBB Pro League pro from the UK. Muscle Meds athlete, Nathan De Asha. Welcome, Nathan. Welcome.
Hey, Ron. How are you, buddy? You good?
Doing great. So, traditionally I start with the background because some people watch these and they have no knowledge of you at all. And you actually have a really cool story, so I want people to hear about it. So first of all, you know, Liverpool is where you grew up, Liverpool, England. Most of us in the U.S. know about Liverpool is that's where the Beatles came from. So tell me about your childhood and what Liverpool was like for you and your family growing up.
Liverpool was good, you know. It used to be a nice area. Late 80s, 90s, it degraded a bit. I live in the heart of it, called Toxteth. It isn't the best part, you know. Yeah. You guys may call it a ghetto. Yeah. But that's what it is. People in there, you know, they're not well-to-do, don't low rate incomes, but everyone gets by. People struggle, but that's life, you know. Yeah. And basically, you see like a lot of athletes come from Liverpool, right. A lot of musicians and stuff, because educational-wise, it's not the greatest. So we know, you know, to get by, you got to pick up a sport, an instrument, or some type like that, you know. Yeah.
And you did that. You were actually such a good soccer player. You played 10 years semi-pro for Liverpool Football Club, correct?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's ages. So what ages were you doing that from?
Basically played soccer all my life. You know, from like youth academy clubs to like reserves and stuff. Started basically when I was around about 9 years old. Yeah. And then basically like finished when I was about 19, 20.
Yeah. So why did you stop? Did you not want to go any further with it?
Just fell out of love with it, you know. And local teams just like let you go and stuff. And then as you get older and older, it gets harder, you know, to make it as a footballer. But then the sport kind of changed to where it used to be like a full contact sport, so you could get in there, hit a few guys. But then it just became like a sport where you can't touch no one, you know. Everyone started jumping on the floor. So I like to hit people and just fall in love with it.
It sounds like America's becoming very pussified. It sounds like the UK's in a similar situation.
Going the same way, I think.
And you were also on, was it the national rowing team for 2 years?
Yeah, I got a chance to row for a guy called Steve Redgrave. He's a 8-time or 7-time Olympic gold medalist in the UK. Wow. I was fortunate to get that opportunity, go on national TV and start rowing. But the rowing thing, it was good. It took off, but again, like socially wise, it wasn't for me. You know, it's a lot of upper class people, and I just felt like I didn't fit in. Okay. And then basically I just walked away and just said, it's not for me, this, and just left it.
So this is surprising for all of you guys who think Nathan was huge from the beginning. You started at 18 for soccer weight training, and you were 5'9". Is that your current height, 5'9"?
Yeah, 5'9". I'm 5'9" on a good day.
And 125 pounds. That's all you were. Wow.
Yeah, small. Small as hell.
Tell me about how you started training and how fast the results came for you.
For soccer, you know, as you get older, I was always thin. I was always fast and athletic, but I was never big enough. Just never physically big enough for the men, you know. I got told, get in the gym, gain some muscle. I got in the gym. But at the time, my uncle, Raymond, he was, you know, not a bodybuilder, he was just a man in the gym. Yeah. And he basically gave me a Joe Weider training book, a little blue handbook. I think it's like $2.50. Yeah. I took it at the gym, and it had a chest workout in it, a back workout, and I just done everything in the book. I didn't know what you meant to do. Yeah. I just done everything in it. That's what I thought for the first 2 months. That's what I done. I was looking up to met a bodybuilder from Trinidad and Tobago. He basically said, do you want to do bodybuilding? I was like, no, mate, that's not for me, but I'll train. We can show him how to train. Yeah. Basically got in with him, became a friend, and then kind of fell in love with it from him, you know. I looked up to him, thought he was awesome. Looking back now, he wasn't that good. But at the time, you know, he had abdominals full of tattoos. He was getting chicks, and I thought, whoa, you know, this guy knows his stuff.
Yeah.
And then I just went from there, and then that gym unfortunately closed down. You know, the guys had left it, and then I went to a gym in England called Body Power. A guy called David Smith owns the gym. He's like, "You've got potential, you know. Do a show." I'm like, "No, mate. It's like that bodybuilding malarkey is not for me. Like, I don't really run around in a pair of trunks or a thong. It's hand on meat and oil. It's a bit on the other side, you know."
Yeah.
Where I'm from, people will kind of look down on you, and you know, and give it a bad name. So he's like, "No, you'll do well, and you'll get a few chicks in there." Next minute, he said I got a few girls, and my eye changed, and then all of a sudden done a local show, won, and then went on basically a winning spree. Where like as a junior, I've done 2 years dieting competitively. We done 42 shows, and we lost 3 of them.
Wow. So I mean, yeah, you must have known by that point. I mean, you won your first show, then you won. Within a couple of years, you became NABA Junior Mr. Europe, Junior Mr. Universe. You won the UK BBFF Juniors of the Britain. Then you won the Intermediates. I mean, you won all the big titles someone your age could win in that part of the world. So by that point, did you know that you might have a future in this?
No, because no disrespect to no British pros at the time, you know. No one in UK ever made a massive name, and I didn't really follow bodybuilding that much, to be honest. Like on social media and history, I didn't know much about it.
Yeah.
I just knew from my time and my history, no one had, you know, you turn pro and that's it. The American guys just dominate, and that's how it always was. And then obviously we have flex, but that's a rarity, you know. And I just thought turn pro and give it and just leave it, you know. And so like I said, won the juniors. I took 2 years off, came back, won the intermediates. Took 3 years off, won the overall.
Yeah.
So I won basically my pro card first time. And then that was it. I just thought, you know, turn pro, get a job, forget about it. It was a bit of fun. And then, you know, I was fortunate. Got a bit of inheritance, got a chance to go to Kuwait. And, you know, I heard of Body Power doing a pro show.
Yeah.
I just thought, you know, why not go for it? It's in my back garden. It'd be good to do a pro show and basically give it a go and see how and where I place. I basically said, if we get top 10, I'll be happy, you know, and at least then I've done a pro show, and no one can say that I haven't, so we have. And as you guys know, I came second.
To Rolly Winkler.
It's a Rolly, yeah.
We got to back up because
Rolly's idea to get me out into Kuwait.
We got to back up because you got some great stories leading up to this. So, you know, you won the British, but you were prepping for it a couple other times, and things just kept going wrong. So, 2013 Brits, you were prepping for it. You developed some blood clots after a minor chest surgery. So you had to pull out of the show at the last minute. How many, a few weeks out, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I was, had a minor operation on my chest. Got to the train 5 days later. Literally, I developed two hematomas in my chest. On the verge of bursting. I was, didn't think nothing of it. I kind of left it, and then one suddenly exploded the stitches and burst in my house.
Oof.
So we had to rush to the hospital, get it seen to, and I'm literally think about four weeks out.
Wow.
At the time, I didn't know what to do, and so I just basically got better in a week, and I was eating McDonald's, KFC. I knew basically the contest was out the window,
Yeah.
And then, I got asked 2 weeks, literally 10 days later, do you reckon you could do it? Do you reckon you could do it?
Yeah.
I'm like, I could do it, but I won't be 100%. I'll probably get even lucky, get top 4, get my ass handed to me, and it'll be a regret doing it, Yeah. And I was like, it's not for me. And, at the time, looking back, I kind of regret not doing it. But at the same time, we have another British pro who came from that, Ricardo Correa.
Right.
He won that show overall.
Right.
He deservedly won it, So it would have been a good battle between me and Ricardo. If not, it's one of them things. So I thought to myself, I'll do 2014 in my pro card. Hopefully in my pro card.
Right.
I was prepping for that, and then literally I was that year I ended up doing the London Marathon. I was just I made things like 14 weeks out. I done the London Marathon, which is basically in remembrance of my auntie who died of breast cancer. That's the only way I could repay it.
You ran a marathon?
Yeah, I ran a marathon, man.
26-mile marathon at 14 weeks out from where you turned pro?
In England, it's 26.4 miles. Wow. Because the Queen wants to see the finish line.
Wow. I didn't know that. So you ran a marathon at 14 weeks out.
Yeah.
10 weeks out, your niece passed away, and that really...
Yeah. My niece passed away 10 weeks out. I still carried on prep, but my head was fucked up, you know. I didn't want to do it, but my family saying, do it, you know. Just do it, just do the show. So I said, okay. I was doing it, but my heart went in it. 6 weeks out, I catch pneumonia.
Wow, dude, you can't catch a break.
I catch pneumonia. I ended up dropping 9 kilo in 4 days, and literally, I just thought at this point, you know, fuck it, it's not meant to be.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm back in the hospital. I posted on Insta. No one believed me. I don't think at the time. Instagram had just picked up. I'm posting on Facebook. Tubes in me, you know, oxygen mask on, looking rough as hell as you do on a diet anyway. with you know, besides being in hospital.
Right.
So literally, I'm in hospital. I've got my little boy there, my daughter, my little boy, and my girls were saying, well, you know, what's the plan? I'm like, you know, it's always 2016.
Yeah.
take 15 off and do 16.
Yeah.
And you know, literally, I came out of pneumonia with basically no ambition to do it, to do the show. I'm like, nah. I go to the gym, training. I'm like, oh, you know what? Like, listen, like, you know, my niece passed away was the worst thing.
Yeah.
But I was training through that. I've only had pneumonia. You know, it's nothing. My niece is the worst thing. Let's just get together. My training partner, Steve and Joel, let's just get together, put our heads together, and let's just fucking do it, you know? Well, literally, like, I think 4 weeks out.
Wow.
It was a quick diet. I was ready in maybe like 4 or 5 days out.
Yep.
Weighing 104 kilo. Basically then for, you know, super heavyweights.
Yeah.
And thought, you know what, we'll just basically at the time, I had a guy, he didn't do my prep, he just looked at me the last 10 days, and I was ready 104 kilo. He kind of dragged me down to basically 100 kilo, just so, you know, his other client could win the super heavyweights. You know, which at the time, I thought it was all good.
Yeah.
I looked better at 104 than I did at basically 99.9. See, would you do this show for? Would you do this class for me? And, you know, go against this guy and just come down a little bit. I'm like, not really, but, you know, if you want me to do it, you know, I thought he was a friend at the time. He basically helped me the last, let's say, 10, 11 days, because that's when you panic, you know, and your eyes kind of wonder, are you ready, are you not ready?
Yeah.
And I just kind of, you know, the morning of weigh-ins, I'm up in the hotel, up and down the stairs. And weigh-in was like 9 o'clock. I basically got there at like 8. I said, can I weigh in quick? You know, I've got to be somewhere. Just give it a little line story, you know.
Yeah.
And weighed in at 99.9 the morning of the show.
Wow. So, you know, you didn't think you looked your best, but did that guy end up winning the Supers anyway, or no?
Yeah, he's now turned pro last year. James Collins said.
Oh, James.
Yeah, I beat him in the overall. He was a good guy, you know.
Yeah, yeah. We had him on the interview a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Well, I want to back up to the 2011 story, because we talked about it in the magazine about a year and a half ago, but it's a crazy story because you stuck to your principles, and, you know, you refused to bow down and do something that you didn't believe in. So let me back up. There was a bunch of rioting in England in 2011, correct?
Yeah.
And, you know, you were actually in college, you were in university working toward your master's degree in sports science, and your professor was speaking out Was it on his Facebook page about?
Yeah, just I put a status up
Yeah.
on Facebook, basically saying why is the government and the media showing black people, and they're saying that the single mums, as everyone who's writing, it's white collar law, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like, and that was the basic comment of the whole situation. And then, you know, the media just showing black kids and saying, oh, he's from this area, he's a single parent.
Yeah.
Like I said before, you know, Toughtuf was a bad area. A lot of people are single parents. You know, people do things they shouldn't do, but it doesn't mean because from a single family, you know, that they're a bad person.
Yeah.
But the media at the time was just showing that. So I was just basically, as a young guy, representing what they were showing and saying, well, why is this? Why is this? So, you know, the comment, basically, the status attracted over 700 comments, and basically from professors, from people in university, from young kids saying, let's go and rob things. It was everyone's view.
Right.
And basically, I said, it's not like all these kids are saying, let's go and get a tool and rob this shop.
Yeah.
You know, and then put a smiley emoji, and then people saying, no, I know it's not. So that was the basic thing.
Yeah.
And I basically got incarcerated for that one comment. You know, at the time there was two other guys, you know, from a middle class background, two young white guys who basically went to put a status on Facebook, went to rob something, and got arrested at the scene of the crime. Now I'm in my mum's house where I was living at the time.
Yeah.
With my mum, because, you know, we had nice cars outside because, you know, we'd worth what we got, and my mum was scared, and we didn't want people to come and smash our area up. That was it.
Yeah.
So we're all out there being nosy to do, and literally 3 months later, I get incarcerated for inciting a riot.
Yeah.
Apparently, and they said at the time these two guys, who on trial the same day as me, got found not guilty, and they said to me, look, if you plead guilty, you won't get arrested, you won't go any further charge.
Yeah.
You get a caution and do some community work.
Yeah.
My answer was, fuck that. I ain't done nothing wrong. Why am I gonna say I was inciting a riot when I'm explaining what the media are saying on the TV?
Right.
And that was my whole thing, you know. And I just said, like, basically what's getting said, you shouldn't, you know. I'm from a single parent background, as people know. I went to university, got a degree, you know, and now I'm a successful person in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was doing better in my life. I was a builder in university. So people from a single background can make something themselves, whether it can be whatever. And they basically shut my life down from that moment, you know. I lost my degree in UK state till you are incarcerated. You can't work for the government for 5 years.
Wow.
That's what I was doing.
Right.
So I couldn't do nothing. I was incarcerated for 20 months for that. That's when I took the time off, and then literally came out, and that was 2013.
Right. And you had told me also that one of the guys that got caught on camera rioting was an actor in 6 of the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, the guy, the fat guy, I think it was Weasley, I think his name was.
Whatever. Did he end up going to prison or no?
No.
And he was actually out there looting.
Yeah, he's out there looting. He robbed a W.H. Smith store. Don't know if you have that in the US.
Yeah, yeah.
W.H. Smith, it's like a stationery store, but they sell computer games as well.
Yeah.
And literally, I don't know what happened, you know.
Yeah. So when you came out of the first place you saw was the first British Championships you went to was right after that, and that was Anth Bales.
Yeah.
And that was watching that show really sealed it and said, I'm going to go for my pro card?
Anth Bales, you know, I literally came out of jail 2 weeks before the British. Hadn't trained for almost 2 years.
Wow.
Because you're a big guy in jail, you're not allowed to train, man.
Really?
Yeah, wow. you don't get no gym. No gym.
Huh.
You can do CrossFit and stuff in your cell, but that's about it.
Okay. CrossFit.
Yeah, so Anth Bales won it. Well,
Yeah.
Anth Bales was overall, and then Flex, you know, that was we had a pro show at the time.
Yeah.
But then Anth Bales won it, and I seen it and I just thought, you know, if I kept at this, I could beat him. And I thought, I can beat him. Wasn't being arrogant or, you know, cocky. Said to my training partner, Steve, at the time, you know. I said, mate, I can beat him. He said, and he said to me, like, you know, Nathan, if you want to, you'd probably kill all them on stage. Just keep at it. Just keep at it. Keep your head down. You know, just be quiet. Shut your mouth and just do it. And I thought, so, you know, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a go. And even back when I was a junior, Darren Smith, the guy who first started in Body Power, you know, he said, Nathan, one day, mate, you're gonna be an Olympian. And I just laughed. I was like, I just laughed, you know. I just thought, well, whatever, mate, shrugged it off. But then when I seen fails, I thought, I can get a pro card. I won't get to Olympia, but I can get a pro card. That day sealed it for me. Literally, like, you know, that sealed it. That's when I went all at it, you know, guns blazing, thought, you know, 100% committed. That's the first time I actually lived for bodybuilding. You know, that's the first ever time. You normally I'd train Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday go drinking, getting chicks. That's all I trained for. It's just it's just having a nice body, fitting in the clothes, and being the biggest out of my little small group of friends. You know. And then we were literally, when that happened, 2 years later, after the turn pro, I went to the Olympia with a friend. We were sitting there, we were drinking, as you do, everyone's cheering, you know. And we had literally the nosebleed seats, the worst seats in the house, because we couldn't afford a seat any closer, you know.
I bet up there.
We had the back of the hall up top. And I said to my friend Tom, I said, mate, this was 2015. I said to him, next year I'm gonna be on that stage. And he said, I bet you £1 you want. £1. £1. I said, I bet you £1 I'll be on that stage next year. You watch me, I'll be on that stage. And the dream came true. And to be honest, the little fucker still doesn't give me the £1.
Wow, he still hasn't given it to you. Well, dude, you owe him some money. But, he laughed at you, but a year later you were on the Olympia stage.
You
know, I think it's amazing that you only planned on doing one pro show just to say you did it. And then you ended up becoming, within a year, you know, everyone, you jumped into that first show, took second to Rowley, then you won the Toronto Pro. New York Pro, I think you were like 7th that year.
Yeah, 7th.
You know, that was a lot of people had you higher. And that's usually what gets people talking, is when you place a little lower than they think you should have. And yeah, you were on the Olympia. I think it was 12th your first year at the Olympia. You know, I had you in the top 10, you know, 9th or 10th. I had you somewhere around there. But,
thank you.
Things happen. But we got to talk a little bit about it. I've heard through my sources that you know, you made some amazing progress in Kuwait. You spent a lot of time over in Kuwait, but are you no longer going to be training in Kuwait?
I've been in Kuwait now for 2.5 years. You know. It was amazing 2.5 years. You know. I can't thank Bader, my coach Asghar, enough. Probably the best 2 years of my bodybuilding career, and, you know, a good 2 years of my life I've had up there. They were awesome. But, you know, before that, I was with another company who was European, and I didn't have to do nothing. They weren't promoting nothing. I was basically just cashing a paycheck, you know. My brand as Nathan wasn't getting around. I got the chance to sign for Muscle-Med, which is, I'm honoured, you know. Basically, they gave me a chance years ago when I just turned pro, but things went with pear-shaped. But I was always with the products. I've even posted a picture on my Instagram from 4 years ago, from that Olympia day, when I said I'd be at Olympia. You know, I've always used them. And, you know, Gerard took over the company again. He's got big things planned, and he wants me to be the face of Muscle-Meds, like he did with Kai, you know. And you've seen Kai's progress, and Kai as a brand himself just exploded. So, you know, he wants to promote me as a brand, and the only way he can do that is by me being in the US and, you know, going to these stores and seeing fans. I wasn't accessible in Kuwait. Also, you know, my daughter is 3 next week, and I've missed 2 of her birthdays being in Kuwait. So, you know, I got a chance to come home now for her birthday for the first time, and then I will travel to Peru and then go to the US. You know, it's decision. me and my partner had to make. You know,
Right.
my heart wanted to stay in Kuwait,
Yeah.
but my head was thinking of my family. You know, what I can do. You know, money wise and business wise for myself in America. So I went with my head, and you know, I think that for me is the right thing to do. You know, I can't live in Kuwait forever.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't, you know, it was a stepping stone, an amazing stepping stone. Got amazing friends there, people I call family, you know, who looked after me for 2.5 years.
Right.
I never regret that, and I still go back and forth and see the guys. But I will be heading to the US after Peru, to train out there and just stay out there, you know, and basically do a same journey as I did in Kuwait. But
Yeah.
for me, for myself and my family, you know, the goal is to be in US and to stay there. And you know, once we find a city that I feel is good for us, then we'll
Wow.
pack up shop and we'll leave.
Wow. So you're taking the whole family. You're moving to the US eventually.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. That's good to hear for the US.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
happy
It's, you
to-
know,
we're
it's
happy to have you.
for it's, you know, it wasn't I think it was a bit selfish, but it was a wise business move.
Yeah.
On my behalf, you know, it's good to be in Kuwait. You can eat, sleep, and train, no distractions.
Right.
But then at the same time, I was, you know, losing money. I wasn't doing no personal training. I wasn't doing nothing, and that's where some of the income comes from to survive. You know,
Right.
in the US, I get more chance to guest pose, which I like to do. In Kuwait, I'm not accessible. You'll see me at expos, and you'll see me at shows, but you won't see me guest pose, and I won't be around. And you know, the US has one of the biggest fan bases for bodybuilding,
Sure.
and that's where you have to be. I asked many guys in Kuwait, what should I do? My friends in there, my training partners, and people I just speak to in US, and they said, look, you know, it's a business. You're not here for a long time in the business. Make what you can, get what you can, and then that's it. So I had to make it. I was a bit upset making the decision, but you know, like I said, things have to be. Not quite you can do the best for the brand, you know, and the best for the company, and that's all I want to do, you know, because most of the men look after the guys. You see Victor and he's with MHP, been there for a lifetime,
Yeah.
and that's what it's about, you know, family support and people backing you and believing in you 100%. So, you know, that's basically that was the role that I went behind. And talking to Flex, I see what Flex is doing out in America, and
Yeah.
I want to copy that and be something like that and be the businessman he is today, you know.
Yeah. Not a bad goal. So, you know, I've only talked to a couple guys who've been over for the Oxygen Gym experience in Kuwait, and I know it's an amazing gym and it's supportive and it's a family. But as someone like yourself who has a family that you had to leave, you know, a few thousand miles away, and you were away for big chunks of the year. I mean, mentally, how do you handle that? I would go. My kids are older, and I would go nuts if I couldn't see my kids like that.
My girl didn't really want to travel there with the kids, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't for her, but I just looked at it as like a business perspective, you know. I was just doing it for the kids, you know. I knew I'd miss a lot of the time out there with my children, but at the same time, I just wanted to give them a better life, you know.
Yeah.
If that meant sacrifices when they were younger, which they wouldn't really remember anyway, then
Right.
so be it, you know. If I can make money from the sport, which, you know, at the time I believe I could and I was,
Yeah.
then a sacrifice needs to be made. I don't know nothing else besides being athletic, you know. And I wasn't getting nowhere like in my sports science degree, so I had to basically just treat it like eat, sleep, work, you know. And
Right.
the time I got with my kids, I cherished it and made the most of it. But I was lucky enough to where my children are young enough to not understand what's going on.
Yeah.
If my son was 7 or 8 and my daughter was 5, then possibly I wouldn't go.
Mm.
But at the time, they just thought Daddy was on a plane, you know, and coming back and forth, and they just thought it was funny, and they'd come to the shows and see other shows and see Daddy working, you know, and catch the whole magazine thing and be happy. They didn't know like the sacrifices and stuff, but I hope in time, you know, the sacrifice would have paid off to give them a better start in life and in life that I never had, you know.
So I have to ask you, physique-wise, do you think you would be where you are right now with your physique if you had never gone to Kuwait? I mean, how much of your success the past couple of years do you attribute to being able to train over there like that?
I don't know. I'd say a lot, you know. I contribute a lot to the Kuwait because, like I said before, I was just basically out there, going gym, partying.
Yeah.
But then guys there for the training, which I realised I needed for myself, you know. I was doing the basic stuff and it wasn't working. So I owe a lot to, you know, the score and stuff, and the guys in there and the guy who's training with chemo. I owe a lot to them, you know. So I guess, no, I wouldn't be the same bodybuilder, and also I could say I would be, but I'd never know that because I wouldn't know. But you know, I owe them guys a lot because they brought me on leaps and bounds, and you know, Ascar and chemo, they believed in me, and without them, you know, I appreciate that and I'm thankful. So I couldn't really say, but I know I wouldn't be as motivated as I am now if I didn't go there and didn't achieve it, and the sacrifice I had to do. I know it wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't be as much. I wouldn't want it as much to do. I don't think people would know who Nathan is. That was Oxygen, because Oxygen had a reputation before I came there, and then I came there and people started opening their eyes even more. Like, this kid just comes from nowhere, and all of a sudden he's you know, second in the body power, beating some famous names. He's, you know, fourth show he's won a pro show, and third show he's fighting with Kluko for second. So I don't think I owe a lot to them. So I've been thankful for that. And at the same time, you know, I owe a lot, but I trained my ass off there. You know, I killed myself every day. And you know, if I wasn't willing to kill myself, then the body wouldn't grow. But I just kept pushing and pushing, and I went there with the mindset and the belief. My goal at the time, well, you know, people will laugh and say it's it's fun at the time, but my goal at the time was to be the second best pro in that gym. You know, that was my goal. People, when I went there, people laughed and thought I was a swimmer, and they didn't take me serious.
Swimmer.
You know, and yeah, you know, Oxygen has a big wall, a famous wall around the gym with all pro athletes inside it, and my goal was to get on that wall. That was it. Get on that wall and be the second best pro in the gym, next to Rami.
Yeah.
You know, and people say, you know, some people in the gym say it was arrogance, but I say it was confidence because I believed in my ability and I wanted it. People say they want it, but when you want it and when you're willing to sacrifice and give so much for it, it's a big difference, you know.
Yeah. It's funny how people will say, if you say, you know, I want to be the best, I want to be Mr. Olympia someday. Some people say that's arrogant, but this is not a team sport. This is just you. So
yeah,
if you don't believe in yourself that you can be the best, who else is going to believe you?
Yeah, like, you know, Rolly's one of my closest friends, but you see on body power, you know, I was stepping in front and put my arms in front of him. Same with Brandon De Olympia. End of the day, I'm on that stage. The judges don't want. I want judges to look at me, not them.
Right.
It means me pushing them out of the way. Then so be it. I want to be seen. Yeah. You know, it's a selfish sport at the end of the day, and you know, I believed that I could do it. And people in the gym, in Oxygens, some people say, Nathan, you shouldn't say that. It was arrogance. Like, I'm going to beat this person. I'm going to beat that person. Because everyone has the favourites, you know, they do. But when people are saying this person's going to win and this person, I just bit my lip and kept at it. Said, listen, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to beat this person. I'm going to beat this person. I'm going to do this and do that. People didn't like it, but I have to believe in myself, you know. Right. Every day I was missing my kids. That was just the fire burn. That's all I needed. I didn't need no one say so. Just had to see my kids, and you know that's all I need. That's all I do it for, you know.
I think you were telling me for that last Olympia prep, other guys in the gym like Ashkenani and Big Rami, they were wearing like tank tops, so they were getting hyped up. Curry, they were all getting hyped up for the Olympia, but you're all covered up, and you say you don't look as big in clothes. So nobody was talking about you as being one of the favorites.
Yeah, no one was talking about me. You know, my coach, Ascar, always believed in me. Chemo always believed in me, and Rolly's always giving you heads up. You know, like Rami, they're always saying, Nathan, you know, you can do it, you can do it. But you know, I wasn't getting a lot of hype going to the Olympia. People and about branding because he's taking all the pictures. But I'm not a picture guy. Pictures can say 1,000 words. They can say you're in condition when you're not. You know, the famous mirror. People say, you know, and you're big in the mirror. You know, people think in clothes I'm small, and that's I want to be. I want to be like Flex Wheeler. Flex looks tiny in clothes, but then when he took his clothes off, it was lights out. Yeah. And that's what people think of me. You know, they see me in clothes, think he's not isn't that big. He's only small. Yeah. But then when it comes off, I believe about that like 3D muscle and the condition. Yeah. You know, people are like, whoa, you know, they took back, and that's all you need. Then people start talking about you. Anyone can look big in a t-shirt, in a tank top, but all that matters is on that Saturday night, he gets the first call out. He goes in the middle.
I mean, when you came out at the last Olympia, and I know you could have placed a little higher, 7th. You know, Giles. I was sitting with Giles. You know Giles, of course. Yeah. And as soon as you came out and started walking down the stairs or whatever, the delts and everything, Giles just elbowed me and, you know, nodded toward the stage. I go, I know. It's crazy. I mean, I thought you and Rolly were the freakiest guys in that show.
Thank you, man.
So I want to get to some questions. We got the readers threw in some questions. You know who AJ is? I don't know if you follow our board.
Yeah.
He actually we thought he was a fake person. He was like some little red-haired white guy pretending to be a big gangster black guy from Norway. He actually met Giles and Rosie this morning, and he is who he says he is. So he's not an imposter. So he had some questions. He wants to know which country are your parents originally from? Question 1.
Yeah, my mum is English from the UK. Yeah. But her dad is from the Philippines, and my dad was born in Jamaica.
Okay, so Jamaica, Philippines, and British. Okay. Yeah. At what age did you believe in your heart you could be a top Olympia contender? It was a couple of years ago, right?
2016.
How many pounds have you gained since moving to Kuwait?
Well, my last stage weight as an amateur, I was 100 kilo. At the Olympia, I was 118 kilos. So
18 times
37, 38 pounds.
More, right? It's 2.2 pounds, so it's about 40 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
Okay, not bad. It says, do you train with heavy weights, 6 to 8 reps, or do you train for the pump with supersets and tons of volume?
I switch it up, you know, all the time. I just don't focus on one thing. So one session, I'll just go heavy for like 7 to 8 reps. Come close to the show, I'll switch up to supersets and drop sets. But then even in the off season, I like to do some supersets here and there. Not all the time, but like to vary the workouts. I don't like the body to know what I'm doing, you know.
Yeah. Okay, here's a good one. Do you believe there's any possibility to beat Phil Heath when you have seen him with a gut and still get a perfect score?
People say Phil's got a gut, man, but you know, to me, when it only counts when you hit the pose. Yeah. You know, coming to the side, the guts hang out, so be it. Yeah. When he hits the pose, his stomach is in. Could they beat him? I don't know. I'd like to get next to him, you know. Everyone would, but right now, Phil's the champion, man. When Phil's the champion, you have to bow to him. What he's done is unbelievable. If I could emulate anything Phil's achieved, that's good. That's good enough for me, you know. But could they beat him? That's a different matter. Phil would have to be off, and you would have to be on the money. Something like when it was Dexter and Jay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Rami looked damn good last time, and he couldn't beat him.
So, yeah, man. Phil's got that freaky look. So to beat him, he has to come off, and you have to be as close can be.
This off season, what are you focusing on to make improvements?
Basically, back thickness and the hamstring thickness. I believe from the front, I can compare with most people. You know, most of the big guys. Condition, I don't really need to focus on that; just comes naturally. But more back thickness and hamstring, because my incision on my hamstring is a little bit high. So try and, you know, that I can't do nothing for that. Yeah. So let's make an illusion to try and get the lower end thicker. Make the ass a little bit bigger, so it looks like it's a lot bigger, you know.
Did you tell me in one of our interviews your arms got up to 25 inches?
Off season.
that ain't right, dude. That ain't right.
I barely train them.
That's crazy. Well, Rolly, you know, you're in there with Rolly, who's also got. They got to be up there too.
This is another level.
Yeah, he wants to. I'll end with his compliment at the end, but his last question was, what is your next show going to be?
My next show, I hope to do some redemption, the New York Pro. I got 7th, 2016.
Yeah.
If I can get top 3, top 2, you know, anything there is good enough for me. But New York, the guys there are fucking crazy, you know. The crowd just goes mental. The atmosphere is awesome. So to get to New York, I want to do New York. And right now, I'm dieting for it. 9 weeks. I believe I can be in condition within 7. So we're ready.
Okay. So then at the end, he just wants to say, Nathan, you are what the IFBB needs. Not a midget. We don't use that word, AJ. That's a bad word now. Freaky, small waist, and charisma. I have high hopes for you. Keep it up. That's from
Thank you, AJ, man. Thank you.
Okay, Glenn Hill 68, who's in the UK himself, he wants to know, generally speaking, how has your training changed since winning the UK BFF overall years ago?
I train a lot smarter now. Rather than just lift weight and put it down, I focus on more controlled movements, different variation. And back then, I believed machines were necessary. I used to go old school.
Yep.
But now training with machines and oxygen, machines are the way forth, you know. You get longevity within the joints. The muscles change and you hit the muscle directly rather than doing antagonist muscles at the same time.
I got to ask you, because I'm a gym snob. I've been to a lot of gyms, and I'm always checking out equipment. I'm sure you've been to your share of gyms too.
Yeah.
Is Oxygen, would you say, the best equipped gym in the world that you've ever been to?
By far. I've been to Gold's Gym, Venice. I've been to City Athletic. Been to a lot of gyms, and you won't beat a better gym than Oxygen. Even its smallest gym, is better than any gym in the world. When you go to like the Jabrias or the Super Saloms, these are like next level. You know, the equipment is so advanced. I've never seen nothing like it.
It always seems like it's really dark in there. Am I right, or is that just?
Yeah, they're like it dark. Everything's black. Everything's red.
Oh boy, it's scary. How does the training? Yeah, how does the training differ now from what you did or he wants to know, how did the training in Kuwait differ from what you did in the UK? What do they offer there that you can't get in the UK?
Like I said, you know, the machines, the equipment, and also, you know, someone's next to you all the time, training with you and pushing you through, and also, like, you know, even just people are just there, always wanting to do better. In the UK, bodybuilders a little bit not too polite, you know. They're nice to your face, but then the next minute they're bitching about you. So out there in Kuwait, everyone wants to see you do well, you know. And when you get to this level in the UK, some people talk shit, but out in Oxygen, no matter who you are, they want to see the team, you know. They don't care who you are, but that's bad than the guys want to see the team do well. So they're always pushing you and there, but like I said again, you can't emulate the machines. It's just another level. Yeah, plus back home you train and you'd have like a 2 or 3 minute rest talking to your mates. In Oxygen, our workout's finished in 35, 40 minutes. That's it.
All business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, business. That's it. You do your set, finish, breathe, go back on.
I always wondered, you know, what the hell do you do all day over there? Because you train and it seems like there's nothing to do there. Nothing.
Yeah, literally play a load of Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty. Okay.
And basically, I think, you know, I've watched every series on Netflix. Don't think there's nothing I haven't watched, you know. I'm doing a season in like 2 days.
What's your favorite Netflix series? Or you can give a couple. I'm just curious.
Right now, Dexter.
Yeah, Dexter.
I'm on Dexter.
Oh, the original Dexter from when it was on Showtime. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I love it. We used to get Showtime on our cable just for that one show. That's how much we loved it. Yeah. Okay.
It's awesome, man.
Glenn wants to know, what do you think of the bodybuilding scene in the UK? Because you were really the first of this new wave of great British pros. Since we've had Ricardo, Giles' girl Rosie, James Hollinghead's coming up, Luke Sando, who's going to be competing in Australia, this Jordan Peters guy, who's a big guru, but He's monstrous. So, you know, does it encourage you to see that this flock of amazing talent has been coming out of your country?
Yeah, I think Flex built the platform for us. You know, he put it out there and everyone else British have got good bodybuilders. You know, okay, we had Zach Khan before that and stuff, but
don't forget Dorian Yates.
Yeah, Yates, but after Yates, there was no one. You know, and then Flex came. You know, he let everyone know, look, Britain got some good bodybuilders. Watch out. I think when Flex made it and Flex started being successful, a lot of guys believed that they could do it and that you know that things were possible.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, like ourselves and myself, whether people in the UK look up to me on, I don't know, but I think when they see me do it and people know I like to go out and party and do my own thing, I think they thought, damn, if Nathan can do it, it's possible. You know, let's just step up our game, believe in ourselves, and let's just give it to everyone.
And I want to back up way to when you turned pro, you did it all on your own. You had no sponsor, you had no contract, no coach.
No, man.
Purely on your own, correct?
Yeah, it was basically, I'd learned from a lot of shows. I was doing 2-hour cardio a day, fish, 50 grams of potato, because we didn't know the basics. We didn't know, we weren't doing no high-fat diet. It was just fish, chicken, cardio. Fish, chicken, cardio. You're lucky, you got a potato. You know, that was it, just basics. The guy, Darren, that's all he learned me. Our knowledge wasn't massive. We stuck to the basics. He believed old school was the best, you know, and that was it. We were, you know, every 2 weeks, if it felt down, I just have a full day off diet, go and get Domino's, Pizza Hut, Indian, just pig out for the whole day. And it's just, you know, just basic. But then I started to learn about fats, nutrition myself. I was just learning, and then turning pro, I put a lot more red meat in it, and just realized, whoa, there you get a lot fuller, you know. I just stuck at it. I kept asking my friend, what do you think? What do you think? What do we need? What do we need? He's like, look, we're on the right track. Keep going. And then it was all, we just thought, okay, this is it. We're on the right track, and focused, keep doing the same thing. And my motto is now, if nothing's broke, don't fix it. Same with like even now, if I'm ready for like a week out from a show, I won't cut water. It's 8 times 4. Still be drinking water. If I'm ready, you're ready. You know, you can't get much drier than being ready. So we just do our own thing and just keep an eye on the body.
All right. So you know, you're not going to be going to Kuwait anymore. Are you still going to be using Ahmad Asghar as your coach, or are you thinking about maybe having someone else work with you?
I don't know the situation right now with Asghar, and obviously I left Oxygen, and with the whole team thing, I don't know what's going on. But right now, as of now, I'm hoping I was with him, but if not, then I'll just do things on my own and, you know, live and learn. Basically, Asghar showed me the way for my body now, how I don't need to do cardio. And basically, 2016 prep was almost the same as 2017. So, you know, we could just replicate the same thing. You know, obviously up the food because I'm a little bit heavier now, and just do that. But right now, you know, I've got friends in the sports who've got good eyes as well, who I can ask, and even like people like Giles, I will send them pictures. What do you think? Am I on point? You know, it always helps to get a variation of opinions. People who watch every show and who attend the shows rather than people who just on the screen judging who aren't there. You know,
it's not the same. Yeah, did you tell me last weekend you're about 290 right now? Yeah,
I got to I was 296, 297 at Ohio. That was a hard weekend, man. We dropped 8 pounds. I'm back up now to 293. So I'm still around there, eating clean, and you know, we hope to be at New York around 272, 273.
Wow. Because between 2016 and 2017 Olympias, I think you put on about 12 or 15 pounds of solid weight, right?
Yeah, 14 pounds. So from the Olympia. And
your waist did not change.
No, a lot of people say you can blow your waist, but it takes. I believe, and I think down to genetics, a lot of it, and also, you know, it's force feeding. I don't force feed. If you know, we're eating 400 grams of rice and I'm full at 350, boom, finished. You know, I don't believe in stuff in the stomach and everything else that comes with it to blow the waist. I believe it takes a lot. So I don't believe I go to that extent to where it will change. But, you know, since from pro to Olympia now, the waist has gained 2 inches. And we've put on, 19 kilos. So if you can put on 2 inches and 19 kilos, I'll get another 19 kilos.
Yeah, I know guys who put on like 8 inches on their waist with half of that muscle gained. So I think your ratio is quite acceptable. Okay. So I want to just end with congratulations on everything, the Muscle Meds contract.
Thank you.
I think that's going to work out real well for you. It's worked out well for guys like Kai and Victor with that company. Very good news to hear that you're going to be moving to the U.S. You know, we'd love to be able to see more of you. I mean, the one thing I always bummed me out about athletes going to Kuwait is, like you said, we never get to see these guys.
Yeah, not accessible.
They're 10,000 miles away. But they're going to be more accessible. The fans are going to get to see a lot more of you, which I know they're going to appreciate. You know, it's a win-win for everybody. Like I said, you had a great experience over there, and
you know,
all good things come to an end.
Yeah, you know, at least you can say you've lived it, you've been there, you've done it, you've tried it, and that's it. A relationship has to end one day, you know.
Yeah, and you said New York Pro is just 9 weeks away.
Yeah, 9 weeks away. I think the New York Pro is, so that's, I think it's the 20th of May.
Yeah.
Then we have Cali and then Toronto.
Right on. So everybody, if you get to see this guy very soon, see him all over. You get to see him in California, Toronto, New York. This is all great news, Nathan. All great news.
You have to compete, man. If you're in shape, compete. You know?
Fans want to see their favorite athletes, and if they can, it kind of bums them out. You know, it's one thing. It's one thing to see them on a little picture on your phone. It's another thing to really see them and come up and shake their hand and take a picture with them.
Yeah, it means a lot. I know. 2015 it meant a lot for me. You know, to shake the hands of Justin and Dallas and Victor. Right. I was astonished. You know, so. If people feel that way about me, I'll do all I can.
Right on. All right. Well, everybody, keep an eye on this man, Nathan, the Prophecy De Asha. He's going nowhere but up. Every year, his stock rises. He gets higher and higher up the Olympia chain, and it's a cool thing to be able to watch your career go.
Thank you, bro.
It's happened fast, but we've all been watching every step of it. So, all right. So for the Ronline Report, this has been Ron with Nathan De Asha. Thanks for watching.